What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Supper and a Can. We're back at Valdoro in the Trongate, and I'm joined by this week's very special guest, Mr. Be Inspired, Steven Robb. Welcome to the show. Now, Steven, without further ado, let's get a munch.
Just ride with it, like, go and get live with it.
Steven, welcome to Supper and a Can.
Thanks for having me.
It's a very quick turnover.
I'm interested in the grub as well, to be fair.
We only just bumped into each other last week.
Yep.
In Dundee, the finest of places.
Yeah.
But now we've got you in the seat. We're talking about growing up.
Right.
Was it always football? Were you
Always.
always in about football, or was there anything else that could have led to your career?
I think from the age of 4 or 5, I'm going to want to be a footballer. That was my dream. Right through school, right even through high school, even at like 14, 15, when maybe things aren't going your way, and you're like, and people at school are like saying, you're never going to be a football player, you're too small, how can you be a footballer?
Is that what you got a lot of it?
Loads. I was at Dundee United at the time, and been at St Johnstone, I'd been at Forfar, and then I was at Dundee, and then
Dundee's where you started your professional career?
Yeah, I ended up signing for Dundee at 15.
15?
Yeah, it's like they call it an S form, it's like now like pro youth.
Right. So we getting paid?
No, so it was like a schoolboy signing the work. So I was still at school. I'd done 4th year, 5th year at Blairgowrie High School, and then moved on and full time at Dundee, where I was getting paid.
No.
65 quid a week, that's what I got.
That was the starting salary?
That was the starting wages, 65
What was the
quid
first
a
thing
week.
you bought?
Oh, fucking
more.
a fucking sausage supper. I've actually lost interest in football a wee bit.
Really?
Just over the years, I don't
and
know.
What aspect of it?
Probably I just sickened myself of it by the time I got to the end of my career. More to the point where it's like, I started taking up golf during COVID. Just simply because I feel like my knee's knackered. So like I need an operation on my knee. I need the ACL up, but I've never got it done since my late 30s, just because I didn't see the point of it. I've no pain, so I'm like, well, and I know what I'm like. I'll try and go and play 5-a-sides again, and I get to the stage, well, what's the point? So I took up golf because it's about the only sport I could play at 40 and still get better at. Do you know what I mean? So it's where I'm proper competitive.
Are you good at golf then?
I'm getting better, aye.
Yeah.
Aye, I'm
Who's
getting better.
your golf buddies? I feel like I could see you playing golf with some big names.
I played golf with the boy that plays on the Tartan Tour, Brian Wharton. I'm actually going to Top Golf with him tonight. He's coming with us. He used to work with us at Be Inspired.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so he worked in the warehouse for a while.
Mad.
And we were kind of supporting him and being flexible with him working in the warehouse to being able to go and play on the Tartan Tour. So it's like Tartan Tour's like the Scottish like version of like the PGA Tour, but it's just like national league. So it's like the guys to try and win the Tartan Tour, they then progress onto the Challenger Tour to then progress onto the European Tour and further. So it's kind of like they're like almost like say League 2 of Scottish football. So I think that's the golf equivalent. Do you know what I mean? My golf club's actually got really famous Dundee United players from back in the 80s.
Did it?
Yeah, Dave Neary, who scored the winner in the World Cup against Brazil. Dave Neary, Maurice Malpass, and Hamish McAlpine. They were famous players for the 80s that went.
I'll get clowned in the comments for not knowing them.
Yeah, probably.
Sure
but they're a wee bit before your time. They're all probably in their 60s and 70s now, but they're Scottish football kind of legends from the 80s, from the early 80s.
The footballing career, I feel, in my guessing, took a turn, I think, when you went to Thailand.
Yep.
Because I think
1,000,000% I do.
you maybe met, I don't know, this is all guess, but you maybe met someone or you've seen something that kind of shifted your mind, and then...
I think I get asked this question a lot, like how did like kind of the business start, and it was before I went away to play in Thailand. I was at St Mirren, and we had we used to call it a coffee club. So after training we go to Marks and Spencer's, have a coffee and cake. Probably shouldn't have been eating the cake being a footballer again, that's gone back in time. And we were always like, what we're going to do when we finish playing. We were getting to our late 20s, what we're going to do. It was myself, my business partner Mark, Stephen McGinn, John McGinn's big brother, boy Andy Dorman, who played for Wales and Crystal Palace. He's back living in America now. Boy Mark Howard, who is the goalkeeper still currently for Wrexham. No, they done the series, the goalkeeper, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, so he's currently still at Wrexham. He's like mid 30s. So we're always like, what we're going to do when we finish, and when I went away and moved away to Thailand, me and Mark still kept in touch.
How did that? Just to say, how did that even come about? That's a wild move.
Aye, wild.
Scotland
like,
to
so
Thailand.
different. I actually was. I was coming to the end of my contract at St Mirren, and I just wanted to do something completely different because I knew at 28 you're either going to go like you're not going to. I wasn't going to go up again, like up another level. It was kind of just going to be the same level. So I actually went and played a couple of games for Dundee. Dundee were struggling for cash, they were in administration, and I knew the manager, Barry Smith, and he said, look, can you come and help us out? We're needing some players. We're like, but we can't sign anybody. So I played, and he's like, look, can you hang on till the end of the month? I would like to sign you just when the transfer embargo gets lifted. So I was like, look, Barry, I said, like, being open with him, it's like, I've got an opportunity to go and play in Thailand here. Now, the reason I went there was I'd spoke to a couple of agents and stuff like that, and a couple of coaches, and I was actually going to go to MLS. I was going to go to Houston Dynamos, I think it was. But they wanted me basically to pay my flight ticket there, trial for 2 weeks, and they're like, oh, we could give you a contract based on if you kind of pass the trial. I was like, well, I'm 28, I didn't really need to go on trial there. Like, I've got, like, played all these games, experience, whatever. So then I had this opportunity to go to Bangkok. I spoke to an Australian coach there, and he's like, look, this is what we could offer you. I've seen all your videos, this is what we can offer. We obviously just want to check that you're fit. That's all we want. Like, so I went over, actually played probably 2 games in a week, and by the end of the week I'd signed a 2-year contract. But it turns out one of the reasons I went there, and my parents were cool with me going away on my own, was my cousin, she was living there with her husband. Her husband worked for Chevron Oil Company, right in the middle of Bangkok. So literally it was like 15 minutes from the stadium. So she picked me up to the airport. So it was like totally help me get settled in there. It was class. It was really good.
Do you think you could have done it alone without her being
But
there?
see, to be fair, even after 2 weeks, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, literally, like, why am I here? It's just like, it was roasting, and I mean like 35 degrees. Like, I'd come for, I think the week before I went, I'm sure I played a friendly at St Mirren Park against Cowdenbeath, and it was -9. And like they had the undersoil heating on it at St Mirren Park, and the park was still frozen, it was that cold. And like a week later it was like a 40-degree like turnaround, do you know what I mean?
It's such a just mental thing though. To even say that you've, mate, so many footballers would love to be able to play in different
it was
continents.
like just an opportunity that I was just like, no, what's like life experience. I would recommend it to anybody that gets to, even just like, it doesn't need to be football. If you've got a chance to go travelling or thing, you can always come home. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, I went to Thailand, it didn't work out for 2 months. What's the worst? I go and come back and sign for like Stennismuir or whatever. Like, it's not the end of the world, do you know what I mean? So that was my big thing. As good as St Mirren. As good as not. And they would give you things like apartment allowance. Like, it was a 1-bedroom apartment with a swimming pool and a gym on the rooftop. It was like 30, like 30 odd degrees. It was private for the residents in the block, but it wasn't a big. And I actually made friends with. He's actually a music producer for. He's the manager for Placebo. You'll know around this band called Placebo. They were a big band in the 90s.
Right.
But I think they're massive in like kind of like Asia, like maybe Middle East way. And he was their manager. He's from Dundee. And he's actually, I met him there. He actually contacted me. He says, look, I'm a big Dundee United fan, obviously knew you. I read all about the stories in the papers, you coming over. Do you want to go for dinner sometime? And me and him become quite pally. He was a bit older than me, but he had like a wee office there, and he actually done a bit of sponsorship for me, and he actually gave me extra wee bits so I could upgrade my apartment and stuff like that.
That's so class.
He was brilliant to me and looked after me and helped me settle in and stuff like that.
Such a small
world. Top man as well. He's from Dundee, and I think he felt like, oh, I'm going to look after him because he's kind of from where I'm from.
Definitely.
So yeah, it was class, to be fair. So.
Did you think then that it was Thailand that was the shift? You came home with a fresh mindset?
No, I was actually started the business there.
Did you?
Yeah, so my son's like 17 now. He actually works in the shop in Dundee.
Does he?
Yeah, he works in there at the weekends. He's grown up with the brand. Like, say, when we started, he was 6. Do you know what I mean? He's now 17, so it's like his as much as mine. Do you know what I mean? So he's proper invested in it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, he'll like push it to his mates and all that. And his boys in his football team are like ordering all the time, and he's like, Dad, I got him to order, he ordered, they ordered, yeah.
Young hustler.
On my days off, I had a wee moped in Bangkok, right? And Bangkok's mental busy. There's 12 million people in this little area. Well, when I say little, it's still a big city, but 12, it's so densely populated that my days off, I'd jump away on my moped, away up to the markets and just see what it was about. And Mark would be on the phone to me saying, there must be something there that you can get and we can sell like back home. I was like, well, I'll go for a look at it. So I'd be up to the wholesale markets and they'd be like graphic print t-shirts. So it'd be like, say for example, like LeBron James's body with like Marilyn Monroe's head on this like graphic t-shirt. Like they'd just been printed for the market. And I'd go, I'll take 10 of them, 10 of them, 10 of them. And I was buying the t-shirts cheap. And then I'd ship them back, send on the way Thailand Post back to Scotland. And my mate would basically he was playing for Ross County at the time, he'd take them up to the boys and he'd just like flog them to the boys for like when double our money or whatever. I went back to the supplier, kept going back, and he's like, mate, I can't believe how many t-shirts you're shifting here. Like, how do you not start your own thing? And I was like, he's an Italian guy, still keep in touch with him now actually. And he's like, I can help you, like, we'll start with a minimum order, 100 pieces, and we'll make 4 designs, so it'll only be 25 pieces per style, which is probably unheard of for somebody wanting to start a clothing brand. Minimum order's normally like 100, 200 pieces per style, do you know what I mean? But I started off with 25. So I was able to like get it started a wee bit. So he's like, you make the neck labels over here, you make the swing tickets that go in the back, you make that over here, the packaging bags we can get here, and this wee woman will stitch, she'll put the embroidery on the front, the wee bead.
To see that, mate.
So it was literally just like a wee production factory I had going. Yeah. It was brilliant. Yeah. And then I was shipping them back to Mark while I was still playing in Thailand. I think I had a really bad foot injury at the time, so my mind was starting to switch and going like, well, what? I'm 31 now. What? I can't play that much longer. Like, this is when the brain's ticking. It's like, by the way, could be onto something here. Sending stuff. We came up with the name Be Inspired. The reason we came up with it was the start of like Herbalife. I don't know if you'll remember. Herbalife was like a shake pyramid scheme where people were like.
I've heard that. No, I have.
So at the time, Herbalife was massive. Everybody was like trying to sell their granny. It was like, do you know what I mean? It was like you'd sell this shake. I'd sell this shake to you, or like the powder, and then I'd supply you, and then you'd sell it to somebody else, and you'd make money. Geo. I'd make money. Yeah, right, okay. I'd make money. You'd make money. Then they'd sell it to somebody else. They'd make money. You'd make money. I'd make money. So we were like, well, we'd no design skills to make t-shirts or make even product, just clothes. We weren't good at like Photoshop or anything like that. I wasn't tech savvy at all. So the initial idea was to get people to make the designs for us. And then we'd make the stuff and then give them, say, 20 pieces. They sell it, they make money. We make money by keeping the other 80 pieces and selling it on our website. That was the initial idea. Right. So 2 weeks in,
really smart.
2 weeks in, basically, I'd sent all the stuff back to Mark, and we'd sold 100 t-shirts to the guys at Ross County, guys at Celtic, boys at Dundee United, boys at Dundee, and we'll use boys at Scotland.
What logo would be on that? The bee?
Yeah, it was a tiny little bee down at the bottom. It's something we didn't really use too much now. We do a lot more of the just kind of like text, linear text. But yeah, the bee was just on the bottom of them, the bottom of the t-shirt, and it was more like graphic print t-shirts. It's kind of almost going full circle with the fashion a wee bit. You can see it, like it's so. What's
he gonna say? So you can see that.
We said so. With the football boys were wearing them. Stephen Naismith, Scott Brown, Charlie Mulgrew. But we were just like getting footballers and stuff that were probably, I would probably say, were better than me and Mark. I played at a higher profile than me and Mark in the national team, and it's kind of carried on through that. Like it went for the Scottish boys to then
Robbo
like,
was the one that brought it to
Andy Robertson wearing the stuff. Like John Suter, I met John Suter last week who I knew from Dundee United, and he was brilliant for Scotland the other night actually. And he's got stuff, and you know, like just like that higher profile, and then it led on.
The big names, come on, the Firminos, the Coutinhos, the Messis, the Suarez. All these boys,
it was just phenomenal.
Mad.
Like, boys started wearing the stuff because I think because of the whole social media stuff that's blown up in the last few years, people maybe only think the brand's only like 3 years old, but it's actually 11.
11, mate. 2013.
So it's the younger audience that maybe didn't appreciate how long it's been going. Do you know what I mean? So we find like we've got a customer base of this real young team, but we've also got a customer base of like guys in the like 35 to 50. Yep. So it's like there's like a two separate, almost like such a mix, and that's what's having the stores and the shop. Yeah, like you can actually see your audience. So see, like say Christmas time, like parents coming with their kids, buying like what you want for Christmas, what you want for Christmas, and then
Go to
Boxing
the
Day
dad, what you
sales,
want.
it's mad with the kids wanting to just like spend their Christmas money, and then you actually see coming into January, you actually see the dads coming back in because they're like, well, they've all got their stuff, I'm going to treat myself, you know what I mean? So they then start buying their sell stuff, do you know what I mean? So we've got like quite a wide audience.
So, obviously you're saying it's not a new brand. When you were starting off then, was that a thing about sending it to footballers? Because that's when
Nah.
I first kind of seen it.
Nah, it
Or
probably
was it-
was like the early stage of the influencer marketing thing,
Really?
like early stages of Instagram and Twitter.
What timeline would this be? Like
Oh,
year-wise?
2004, early 2014 I would say,
Right.
late 13, early 14.
That's when you would be sending.
We really pushed the brand on like Twitter, well X, but now it was called
Is it?
it was called Twitter. That was where we initially first, that and Facebook.
Right.
And then we started with Facebook, we started with paid ads, going like £50 a day. Let's put £50 a day, and we had a guy that people we've never really seen, he's always been in the background. So Drew was like with us from the early, but I'd probably say early 2014, and he's like 10 years younger than me and Mark, probably actually more than 10 years, 15 years younger than us. And he was like the tech savvy one, the one that could build websites, do the coding, do Facebook ads, do Instagram ads. So he was kind of like in behind us, like, but people never seen him. They just thought it was just
It was
me and
just
Mark,
yous,
just
yeah.
like winging it. Do you know what I mean? But they never seen him and Drew's no longer with us. He left the business about 4 months ago. But
Is it?
goes with like best wishes. Like the
100.
two of us, it was mutual. Like he's away to do his own thing and that, which is totally cool. But for 10 years, like he was like a driving force in the business. So me and Mark, we keep pushing organic stuff, like doing photo shoots across the world, like Dubai, Tokyo, Thailand, Chicago, New York. We were just literally travelling around doing these photo shoots with these like.
Eldoro Chippy.
We've actually done a photo shoot here. Big shout out to that last year. Yeah, we were just doing like photo shoots on it, and Drew was literally on behind the scenes doing like the paid ads and stuff, and that was driving the business forward because, like you say, we were putting in money and going, oh, by the way, the sales have increased. Let's put a wee bit more in. Like, sales have increased a wee bit more, and that was like how we managed to try and start scaling the business. I don't think it's as easy to do that
Nowadays,
but
definitely not.
it
Yeah.
was definitely a help in the
gem.
a help in the beginning. Do you know what I mean? So
Right guys, welcome back to Gio's Onion Challenge. That's right.
I'm not a fan
We're
of
back.
this challenge. This is a lot of shite.
Only one at a time, and
Right.
at the end you need
Do
to, if
what?
you're still eating, you need to show us that a wee So you're 60 seconds. If you smell it, it makes it worse.
They're like
You
proper
smell
like
it?
eye water and stuff, isn't
Aye, it's
it?
chippy ones obviously.
I
You just
eat-
need to hum.
East Coast boys eating with
Ready?
a knife and fork, mate.
Aye, no,
Knife
knife
and
and fork's
fork.
banned in this challenge. To be fair, I'd probably eat my knife and fork. Right, 3, 2, 1, go! 60 seconds are down. So you've gone just straight in. Some people like to do a wee nibble, but you're just hang. That was the smallest one of them all.
Mate,
Good
yeah,
bit of facial
rocking it.
expressions. You've got it. You've got
Oh,
45 seconds down. Just pace yourself. You're making it on the leaderboard, that's all that matters. You're not going to be bottom, you're not going to be number one, but you're there.
So
and you're
people
happy
actually
about it.
like,
Aye, big man last week, or a few weeks ago, 10.
actually not bad.
But see, you've got 30 seconds now. No, come on. Oh, you need to just... Some good wee ASMR going on here. Do you like ASMR?
I don't mind it.
You do now. So you've got 16 seconds, not to rush you, but you do need to get that down you to make it on. Solid. There's 10 seconds to go and you need to make sure that mouth is empty. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that mouth empty, Stephen? I'll give you 1.5.
No.
Because in all fairness, you didn't put the
They're
half
the
in.
biggest pickled onions I've ever seen.
So Stephen, what have you got to say to next week's opponent?
I can't even say
on
nothing.
the
A
leaderboard.
fucking mouth still full of pickled onions.
We'll let you keep eating them. Giovanni,
Nah, they are
continue
rough.
with the episode. If you were to open anywhere, where's the dream?
I'd probably say somewhere like Dubai.
Really?
I like Dubai.
Yeah?
I do like
I could see it.
Bangkok maybe.
Nah,
Why not?
That'd be
Why
class.
not? Like it's
That'd be
sick.
class.
Like literally, like the place is just like it's so fucking cool. It's just like
I will
I
be
just
looking to
love
try and
it.
go
I just
next
like
year.
you should honestly like the cost of living's cheap. You can go and enjoy yourself without breaking the bank. Don't get me wrong, it takes ages to get there, but like shopping experience is brilliant. Like it's got the Sky train there. It's like you didn't have to travel too far to get anywhere. And
The mopeds.
yeah, you got the mopeds. It's like they're like motorbike taxis, they're all mopeds. But yeah, that's maybe somewhere I would be, just something different.
Well, one thing we haven't touched upon, and the thing I find so interesting, is how you guys, I don't know if you'd say pioneer, but in Glasgow you pioneered the miking, the going up to people on Buchanan Street.
Yep.
Did you come up with starting doing that, or when
me
did you
and-
realise that worked?
Me and Cairo, who was on the, she's actually moved on as well. She's got a new job now
Really?
as well. Yeah. Cairo had been another one, part of the furniture from the early doors. So me and Cairo just knew, what are we going to do? We need to do something different. It's like one thing we had in the first probably 9-10 years of Be Inspired was like, we're just an online brand. You can almost get seen like an Instagram brand or a Facebook brand or something like. There's no, like I said, with the shops, there's no credibility. But we wanted to offer something to the public. So it's like, how do we get in touch with the people? So it's like, we just started going out in the street, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was tough at first. Like literally people just walking past, nah, I'm not talking. But then if the guys go out in the street now with a mic, it's like people are running up.
I watch it at my lunch every single day.
People are running up and coming up and chatting and like, I don't know if you've seen the kid. Did you see the kid that was on it yesterday with Maggie?
I seen it in your story that he was saying he was going to the shop.
Yeah, he was coming to the shop anyway. It was his birthday, and his mum messaged the page to say, "I can't believe you've made his birthday." Like literally, like he's absolutely buzzing. You've taken him down to the shop, styled him. So Maggie Smith, who's joined the business as our social media manager over the last couple of months, she's been epic on the camera. She's been brilliant. She's just such a natural at it that. Again, it's one of those that I didn't need to go out and do it now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I didn't like doing it, but it's like I like talking to the public and I can do it, but I just think maybe Maggie and like so Sean that's been on it, like having them interact with the people, and then I'm fine just like kind of overseeing it. It's great, and I will jump in and out. So, but it's good fun.
It's funny with them. It's just like. Yeah, you've heavy started something, and that's what.
Well, that's it. See, you see, like, because you obviously know Finlay, so Finlay,
Yeah.
I know Finlay really well. With the restocked.
He kind of works with you as well.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
so Finlay was based in our warehouse for a bit, obviously before he's moved up to into his up into Buchanan Galleries. So
class.
Yeah, he's a good kid. So
maybe it wouldn't be the same when you were starting it, but nowadays no one will say no if you ask if you know.
Yeah,
especially because
there is people. A lot of people don't like being on camera. I totally get that.
That's what I know from even because I was doing like actually when I seen you in Dundee, I was doing that stuff with Black Rooster and that.
You were trying to offer me chips.
I was trying to.
I patched you, man.
You weren't having it. I was trying to like upsell you.
To be fair, the Black Rooster.
In the post, I was at this big man's
the guys at Black Rooster are brand new, man. They've done amazing.
Yeah.
They've done amazing.
I feel like that's another one that's kind of.
We do it like
a place. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, for sure.
It's definitely there's like a.
Yeah, I know the guys there, and we've done a bit of work with them previously, and like they're always sorting the guys out with food at the photo shoots. So when we do the photo shoots and that, like they'll sort us out with some food and that. It's brilliant. So.
Unreal.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Where will they find you though? The website link. Do you know off by heart?
www.beinspiredclothing.com.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
You've got your fresh garms and shoes. Is the shoes?
Yeah, we do. To be fair, we try to get them back in stock. It's a fucking nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah, they sold it again. Yeah, just that. It was kind of just like a basic plain trainer that goes with everything.
But that's what I'm saying. That does really.
It just works.
That's what people
it just
want.
works. So yeah,
Nice
it's just
wee
like
shoe
a
to go
core
with.
range. We've got a core range that we try and keep in stock as much as possible, but
Affordable as well. They're not pricey either.
aye, well we try and keep it like we've hired a new CEO who's running the business day to day now.
Shout out CEO.
Kirk McMillan is also the chairman of Motherwell. So he's 30. He's only early 30s, 33.
Kurt's balling.
Yeah, so he's came back from Denmark. He worked for a couple of brands in Denmark and in Paris previously. So yeah, it's been an exciting couple of months, and then we've got a creative director starting the 1st of December, and there was a new marketing manager starting November. So it's all go.
We see a Be Inspired baggy theme coming along.
There'll be a wider offering of product, I would say. So
I like that.
because what we do is we make what we know works based on website sales. But now we've got the stores, like we can test products. So let's put that style in there and let's try that in this city. And that one city might work different than another. Do you know what I mean? Like Dundee might be different than Leeds, and if we open in Manchester, it might be different than Glasgow. Do you know what I mean? Right, put that style into Glasgow because we know that works. But then the Manchester stuff needs to be different than the Glasgow store. So plenty of
Try to come in so no
I know. I've got a new.
Keon, come on.
New staff member at Be
Can't he
Inspired, eh?
You can't walk in and then just try and
Can't he
not be
just
on.
drop
He's
off
obviously
the mic?
choking to get on the camera, guys. Then you
Yeah.
get Keon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a ballet on.
Keon's-
He's hiding.
Keon's just
He's fucked up the mic.
Just
There he is.
started at Be Inspired, didn't he?
Keon, quickly, what would you say about your new boss? How does it feel to work in such a presence and be inspired?
It's an honour. I came in the shop the other day, made me feel right at home. So
There you go.
Did he pay you well?
Inspired. I pay you well.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
I don't know. I didn't discuss your wages.
Do you want me to tip, Keon?
You give me a pay rise. This is a chip.
You get one
It's a Valdoro chip.
One chip, mate.
On the camera, and then your screen time's over. Plug your TikTok, go for it. I know you want to.
Have you got?
You on TikTok? Make sure to follow me.
But well, Stephen, it has been an absolute pleasure to share this chippy with
Thanks
you.
for having us.
I was going to put that in at the front, but hey.
Waiting for a
Get the
sponsor.
Be
You should
Inspired
you should get them a sponsor you.
I mean, you said it, you know what I mean?
Come on,
It did come out of your
hit
mouth.
him up. Sort him out. There we go. We'll even put that there. Sort the wee man out there.
My man.
Sponsorship.
Thank you, brother. We'll put
You're
your
welcome.
link in the bio.
Good man.
Thank you very much, guys. See you next week.
Just ride with it, like, go and get live with it. Niggas don't like me cause I'm nice with it. And the girl gets hyped to it, neck deep in when I